Hey, what's up, bud?
How you doing?
All right. I have a question. Okay, so because I'm pretty open-minded to everything, like I take everything with a grain of salt, and I kind of like do my own research, and then maybe, I mean, aside from other things, and then I get my own kind of conclusion from it. Um, so I, so you're saying that we invented God, right?
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
opinion. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so you kind of go with Darwin's theory that we're just here by just random chaos and just,
I don't think that's
uh,
Darwin's theory.
huh?
I don't think that's Darwin's theory.
Or well, whoever's theory, just the randomness.
Yeah, the randomness isn't really involved in it though. That's the thing. Well, you could say some elements of evolution are random, like the mutation, but it's not entirely random.
Okay, so then you do believe that they're okay, because like the human body, the anatomy and everything, or just the eyeball, the way that the neuro the that every single thread of just of neuron, whatever the fuck the eyes are made out of, right? Every
Okay.
single thread of I forgot what the fuck the dude. What I have to go look at that because I'm not too familiar I don't know nothing about eyes, but he's a surgeon, right? And he said he started looking at the eyeball. And he said if either one of these things don't line up right, that's
Yeah.
the person's vision just completely gone. It all has to be perfect
No,
and
so
just
I'd say like you're saying a lot of things, but all you're really saying is to you this thing seems amazing. That's all you're really saying, which is fair, right? But
no.
there's an explanation to what eyes are, how eyes form naturally, and there's actually a history of evolution of eyes in different species.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
I was diving into that too. It's crazy. Yeah, that is crazy.
and
Okay,
the
no,
irony
but
is to like say it works in some perfect system. It's funny when like your I forget what's called.
hmm?
There's a system. Uh, I, I forget what it's called. So
Um,
when you get a flu and your body like fights back. What's that system called again?
oh, the immune system.
Your immune system. Thank you, bro. I'm not taking over today.
Gotcha. No,
Right. So
no
yeah,
problem.
your immune system can actually reject your eyeballs, which is insane. Right? So
That is pretty. Okay,
is that.
well, I was because it, but we all. It's like we're It's this is. I think it's all by design, though. No, like we were. It was.
I don't
This is
think
like
so.
design, kind of. You don't.
No, I
Okay,
think
kind of like a shoe.
design is a
We
human point of view.
true, but okay, purpose then. Just like everything on us kind of has a purpose,
That's
like,
also a human point of view.
but it's also fact though. It
No.
does serve a purpose.
Yeah, to you, if it's meaningful to you, if something's not meaningful to you, then it serves no purpose to you.
No, not even meaningful. Just like eyelashes.
Yeah,
What are they for there? What are they there for?
yeah, to like stop water
You know?
getting in your eyes, probably, like your eyebrows,
Exactly.
right? But that means they're meaningful. So you're spotted a connection in it that makes it meaningful. But
True, very true,
in
very
terms
true,
of you calling it a design,
very true.
I can hear my mic in your mic for some reason.
Oh
Anyways, right?
shit, sorry.
No worries. But yeah, the very reason you're calling things a design is because you're referencing humans designing things. You don't actually have any other frame of reference for design or creation other than a human's experience with it. So that right there is like the anthropocentric point of view in the first place.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yeah. Yes, it does. Cause okay, cause I agree with you on the that humans created the current image of God. The one that we have right now. But
Ooh.
I do believe that there is a a greater power, and I'm pretty sure, I'm certain that there's other beings that exist within the many realms.
What are
on
many realms?
uh, you can from dimensions to constellation. I mean, just the different realms that
So
there
you're saying
is.
there are aliens in space? Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Because if we're here by just random, just if we're here, what's to say that they aren't as well?
Yeah, I think there's high probability that there's life in space. There's very high
Most
probability.
definitely, and if there is space, life in space, well, I have a problem with the current space theory, though. I don't say that it's flat, and I don't quite say it's a globe either, because both have contradictions.
Well, I don't really get
Um,
into all of that. Yeah, I think that's a waste
my
of time.
my best yeah that my best take on it, though, I would say, is Nikola Tesla's, how he says it's neither, it's a realm. you know I
It's poetic.
Okay, right, because how else to explain it, though? Like, if it's okay, if we were just a rock, just hurtling through space, I don't know, so many miles per hour, right? The speed of light, right? Just hurtling, right? And then all these, every single. How is it that every single star lines up perfectly every year?
You
Wouldn't
got
it?
you got to
Wouldn't
stop saying
Wouldn't it be
perfectly like
different?
that. No, not necessarily. But yeah, it's not, I'm not like an astrophysicist. I don't really know in depth why things do the things they do. But I think there are people who do know those things, so they're not really mysteries like that to humans.
But at the same time, they still are, though.
Not necessarily.
It's like it's like we, or for instance, our ocean. How is it that we know more about space than our own ocean?
Oh yeah, I've heard people say that. I think
How is, you know what I mean?
I think it's
and
a lot
funny
because it's a lot easier to look up with technology than producing technology to go under like immense amounts of pressure
wait,
in the
but then we
ocean.
go, instead of putting someone saying, "Hey, just go down there and swim,"
Yeah.
we built freaking space shuttles and
Yeah,
NASA and
but there's
this
a
and that to
context. There's
put
context
them
to
on the moon.
there's context to the space race, which is the Cold War. So
Yes, yes, yeah,
space race
yeah. I
was
understand
essentially
that.
an arms race. So there's context to that versus what's the competition to be going deeper into the sea.
Yeah.
If
No,
someone
absolutely. Yeah, we
devises
were.
if someone devises some motivations to be going deeper into the sea, I'm pretty sure our governments will be there just like that.
Right, but no, but supposedly they stopped exploring. It's like maybe they found all they could find, or maybe, which we know that's not true, because we're popping up with new shit every day. But
Yeah, maybe.
I, I just trip out because, like, a lot of the things that I'm seeing now, I've never seen them before. Not growing up, no, science has never,
Well, there's
like, in
new
class.
information all the time, isn't there? And there's also like untold amount of things that we as individuals aren't aware of.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
it's not to say that it
Imagine
doesn't exist. It's just that we just don't know it.
Imagine if we would have had the Alexandria Library, just like, and how much knowledge was in that. I just
I don't know.
I just trip out. Because I feel like we're a we're a breakaway civilization, and we're just trying to find our way back to something.
Wait, who's we? I'm joking. I'm
The
joking.
human race,
I'm joking, bro.
period. I mean, the chicken or the egg, which came first,
The egg came from something that wasn't a chicken.
right? That's exactly. So then, the same concept. I guess the concept kind of the same thing with us, right?
Yeah,
Right. So
legit.
what creation story do you mostly align with?
None.
None. Well, you have to align with at least one of them.
So when you say creation story, what do you mean?
Of like how the chicken or the egg, how we came about.
Oh, like I said to the lady that called up before, if I had to pick between the creationist story, like some supernatural entity just like felt like creating everything and did that, versus what we study about the natural universe, I'll take what we study about the natural universe, even if we're not 100% right on it, and even if it will update in the future. because the creation story seems to be fixed and it's quite limited in what it can
Oh
explain.
yeah, no,
Whereas
most
science doesn't seem to be that way.
but not really, because there's certain things that are rewriting, like for instance, there's certain things that are supposed to be rewriting freaking like Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard is
Uh-oh.
on some pretty good yeah, have you heard about Terrence Howard?
Yeah, I love his films.
Me too.
He's
But
always the
more than
bad
his
guy for some
films, though,
reason.
this
joking.
dude, more than just an actor, this guy, he is the reason why we have VR.
No, all right. So let's not go down that road, Joe. But let's. If you want to talk about the main topic, let's do that.
Oh yeah, all right. So yeah. So why? I
Brother, you're crunching the mic.
I feel. Oh, my bad. Oh yeah. You can hear. My bad. I had a napkin. I have.
All kinds of napkins, huh? Never mind.
What kind of napkin was that?
But,
All right. I was just curious because there's just so much stuff out there that I like to get everybody's view on it, because I mean, we all, even though we might be in the same picture, all of us have different views. So I mean,
I agree. But what if I could lend like one piece of advice? It sounds like you lean towards what people say, like spiritual or not religious kind of thing. Am I wrong about that?
Yeah, because to me there's a difference between being spiritual and being religious.
Right. And
I feel like
that's understandable, difference. But that shows in the type of way you speak, right? Meaning, I based on my interactions, I find people who subscribe to spirituality to be quite wayward in terms of how they think. They don't think in like cohesive lines, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they kind of just let everything fill in the blanks, right?
Yeah, they jump around from subject to subject to subject, and it's never like, all right, so what is the substantial connection between this thing to that thing? It just, to them, it all appears connected, but to the people they're speaking to, it just seems just jumbled up. Just jumbled information.
Yeah, but yeah, I understand. But all right, so that it just goes to, so not even the Sumerians. You don't even think the Sumerians had like any type of truth to none of their text or nothing?
Well, I think they were
the Egyptians,
significant,
like ancient civilizations.
Yeah, I think they're significant moments in human history, right, and offering to like human futures, right? But one could just say, look, they had a limited understanding of the world at their time, as we do. We just so happen to know more than they did then. So we don't need to necessarily take everything they say as a truth. We take the good parts and we leave the bad parts,
Yeah. Do you, man? I just tripped about this, man. Because is it like going forward in time, but actually somehow moving towards the past? And it just there's supposedly that there's
sure
aliens, right? Okay, supposedly there's aliens out there that are like 50,000, 100,000, us, versions of us, humans, but hundreds of thousands of years into the future, right?
Possibly.
But
probably no.
But then again, what if though? That's the question. I don't think that we're just here.
The what if is fun? Don't get me wrong. The what if is definitely fun.
Random chaosness, I find that hard to believe, but then again, it could be so, and we really are just here, just fucking stuck here and just trying to make the best of fucking. But why all the lying from the elites? Why all the lies? Why all the fibs? If it was so concrete and true, why the mystery behind it? Like, our government.
I think humans gravitate towards mysticism and mysteries in the first place because it's exactly that. It's an unknown. But I think also humans have a tendency to mystify things that are quite simple and easy to understand as well.
No, yeah, most definitely.
So they don't
most definitely.
Like one could argue, like religions and spirituality is designed to obfuscate and not to give clarity in the first place. so it can leave you to dwell in this like state of pondering things that aren't really that deep. Do you
So
know?
when we die, also when I was curious, when we die, what do you think happens? Also, I wanted to ask
I
you
mean,
about that.
100 people have asked me that, and it's going to be the same answer. I don't know. I'm alive. I don't know.
Oh, I know, but what do you think? What would you
I don't. Hey, I don't
what's
know.
your just shoot in the dark, just aim in the
Right.
dark,
So,
aim.
if what I understand death to be is the cessation of all bodily functions, then I'm not going to be able to
Deceased,
know.
yeah. But but what you know about science already, and you know that energy can never be
Yeah.
created
Yeah.
nor destroyed or
So yeah,
whatever, you
my
know.
body, my
So
body will become other things, right? It might become plant food. Someone might cremate me, like throw my dust somewhere interesting. Who knows? But yeah, the matter that makes me what I am, it will just transform into something else, or something will consume it in order to build and grow. But in terms of like
that's
the
that.
consciousness that I call myself, I can't know what happens to that. But if I just hold to a materialist view, then the consciousness that is me just ceases, it just stops. It's as if I was never born in the same way.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
But I don't know,
I
right? That's the honest answer. I don't know because I'm alive.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I just trip, man. I just trip about all this stuff. I love talking about this, and I love just hearing about everybody's like experiences and their own takes. So I was just curious, man. I just wanted to hop on your live with you and just shoot the shit back.
I appreciate you.
Sorry if I got off topic a little bit. It's just, I
Yeah,
had a
it's
lot
fine.
of questions, but then I forgot them all.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God,
fine.
Tom.
It's Sunday anyways, like, but I'm
You
having
know,
quite an off
I'm
day
sorry, man.
myself, so it's
Fuck,
totally
dude. I
fine.
fucking some of the best ones too. I fucking didn't even ask that. But when
Well,
I see you
ask
again,
it. No, just
I'm
ask it
gonna.
now. We'll just talk
Okay.
about it quickly.
All right. All right. For instance, like for instance, when we're standing outside in the sun, right? I was tripping about this the other day. When we're standing up outside in the sun, right? Our body, our three-dimensional physical body, right, is casting a shadow, right? A two-dimensional shadow. Saying that shadow has no idea that it even exists because it's a shadow being casted from a three-dimensional being. You know, the shadow is just in the shadow world doing its shadow things,
I mean,
right?
that's giving a lot of credence to the shadow, like acting as
Yeah,
if it's
yeah, right.
some
But
alive
okay,
thing as well. I mean,
here we go
metaphorically,
though.
it's
Here we
kind of
go.
interesting, but
Listen to this though.
go
This is
on.
where it's gonna bounce. This is where it's gonna go. All right. So the shadow is living in its own little shadow world, right? But the whole reason why it's there is because this three-dimensional being physical, right? Which is it's in his world doing his thing. Could it be that we ourselves, the three-dimensional beings, are the shadows of some fourth-dimensional being?
Alright, so in terms of possibilities, perhaps, right? But do I think it's probable or even likely? No. Because you've got to think, all a shadow really is, like I said, it's interesting metaphorically, but all a shadow really is just light not being able to pass through an object. That's all it really is.
Okay,
So,
but on the terms of dimension, though.
yeah, so like, again, not really well educated about this, but in terms of mathematics, I know higher dimensions are possible. But being the case that they are possible, they wouldn't be accessible to us, considering we're constrained to this, one might call 3D. So
Right, right. So then we wouldn't know, just like the shadow wouldn't know that.
now there's like an interesting I can't remember what it was, but I think it was like maybe Neil deGrasse Tyson or someone like that did a video where it's like if there was a fourth dimensional creature or some kind of creature like that, how it would interact with our world. So you can actually go listen to like more educated people talk about
What
that.
was his name?
Neil deGrasse Tyson's like just like a science guy. There's other people as well. Just
Oh
just
yeah,
just go on YouTube
deGrasse.
and
Yeah,
just type
yeah, yeah.
in
Degrassi.
four dimensional creatures, and then you get learn about tesseracts and stuff like that.
No, yeah, yeah. That's it was okay. Because
Not
then,
like pseudoscience kind of way. I mean like from actual scientists
yeah,
and like
from
mathematicians. Not
no,
like
yeah,
just
no,
like
for sure.
angel numbers type of frequency shit. None
Yeah,
of
no,
that.
no,
I
no,
mean
no,
like actual
no,
science
no.
educators and
Yeah,
communicators.
like no, yeah, no, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I was just tripping. I was just tripping the other day, dude. Just tripping and just thinking about that, and also I was here. Let me just share this with Google Earth, right? I was on Google Earth and I was just pushing the blue little dots. You know that, right? On Google Earth.
Yeah.
All right, and somehow, I don't know, but those blue dot, like if you push a random dot in the middle of the ocean, it's gonna take you to this convenience store, and it's
Is
gonna
it?
be like, do you know what I'm talking about?
Nah, I've not seen it.
Oh my God, dude! It takes you to like the Matrix type of convenience store, like a
Yo, that place
endless,
better get crazy business from that. It's like
bro,
free promo.
dude, like the back rooms, bro. And somehow I ended up in the back rooms, right? And I'm dude, trip out, dude. it- I swear to God on everything I love. Somehow I ended up in the back rooms, right, where it looks like you're in an empty, fucking endless mall, right? And so I'm
Backrooms are
like,
funny,
what?
man.
Yeah, I'm like, no way. How did I? And so I start panning around, and right in front of me, as I turn around, there's this this thing standing in front of me, and it's like in a suit, like
What, on Google Earth
in
itself?
on yeah, on Google Earth, the real Google, just the regular Apple, the regular app Google Earth. And this thing was standing right in front of me, like in a nuclear suit, right? A yellow, I'll never forget it. It's a yellow nuclear suit, right? And the
Bro
face
found
area
Monsters Inc.
black. Exactly.
Oh
But
my gosh.
the
That's
thing
funny.
that stood out to me though, the reason why I asked that shadow question was because on the wall it had a picture of it didn't have no pictures in the whole thing. It just had one thing on the wall which looked like a picture. And it was depicting like a sunny plain, like a grassy plain, right? The blue, all you see is the blue sky, the grass, a little bit of hill, like a little hilly, right? And then a shadow just emerging from the top right. And so I was like, that's where that concept of are we the shadows of the fourth? You know what I mean? Like that's where that idea came in. And I was just like, I just trip out on that. I wanted to hear your take on that, on the,
I mean, there's a lot
on the,
going on there, to be fair. Which part do you want me to actually speak about?
well, no, well, I just, no, you already covered it. Basically, I was just kind of like, I was just kind of just sharing that with you, but you already yeah, you already said that well, science, you know, that you're gonna, even if we don't know about it, you're gonna always pick science rather than uh, well, what we could see and what we could measure and what data, you know, and that's perfectly that's normal, that's natural, right? I I feel like science and religion, or not religion, but science and real true spirituality could be is like one and the same, because I believe that there's a balance, a certain central, like, okay, for instance, the north, east, south, and west, right? All what do all those polarities have in common?
Their coordinates, maybe?
They all intersect in the middle,
Okay.
right? They all intersect in the middle, right? So that balance, I believe that the universe comes with a certain, like a fundamental balance that just like a,
But what if it's
it's,
not, though? What if it's actually pure chaos and just human minds try to make sense of it into these nice neat boxes?
well, that that that'd be scary, because a lot of the times that because I don't know how you feel about astral projection and stuff like that, but little did I know, I used to astral project a lot when I was a kid, right? So later on in life, I would tell myself, I started looking up a bunch of stuff about astral projection and doing like deep diving, and so I was constantly telling myself, I'm going to have a lucid dream today. I'm going to astral project lucid, constantly, you know, into my subconscious
Is a
before
lucid
taking
dream the
naps.
same thing as an astral projection, though?
Yes, yes,
Are you
that's
sure?
what they call it. Yeah, that's what they call it, lucid dreaming. But
Everyone can lucid dream.
lucid, everyone can lucid dream. Exactly, exactly. Astral projection is, that's what lucid dreaming is, in terms of like the best way to like categorize it, you know. But it's totally different from a dream, because you are most certainly conscious, and this is the crazy part about that, is that at the same time that you are asking the question, this is why I say the balance. At the same time that you are asking yourself the question internally and consciously, you are simultaneously receiving the answer. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it, but at the same time that you are asking the question, simultaneously you get the answer. It's It's really weird. It's really weird. But uh, I just that when I was in that little realm, right? That little realm of existence, wherever the fuck I was, whether I was in my head or really somewhere else, and watching myself sleep, just the physics of how I got pulled back into my body. Just it's like I did everything in reverse. The same way I got up, right?
But one could argue
And
you were just dreaming, though.
true, but except see my baby mama at the time, that's what she was saying,
Baby
right? That I was just
mama.
dreaming, right? Until I started telling her what she was doing while I was sleeping, like the same way that she leaned over and then tapped me and then interacted with me and then tapped me and
So not
I'm yelling
not
at
to
her
take away
from
from what you're saying, right? But the problem is how the human mind works. It works in patterns, and if those things happen regularly, you can already assume that those things will happen again. You've got like a predictive power there through dreams. So
no,
oh
that's the
wait,
thing. They didn't.
don't want
When I
any
was a child,
nudity charges.
they would happen subconsciously, and but I would be flying. Nothing like that. This time, when I was older, I actually got up, and it felt like the first time that I have ever got up from bed. It felt like I was on bed rest my whole life, and it felt like I just barely tried to stand up, and I had the spine of a freaking baby. Like it literally was. It was so hard to walk. It was like my first time ever walking, and I was picturing like, okay, those might be my brain, I guess, brain muscle. You know what I mean? Like thought power, not actual physical power. But my thought power might be fucking really like weak, right? And so my baby mama, right, when she was tapping me and stuff like that, speaking to me, she appeared drunk and in a daze. And a lot of people say that that's how people that aren't projecting or astral projecting appear. They appear in a day drunk almost, and that's exactly how she
How
appeared,
could
like
one know
half
that
awake.
though? How would you know that's what's
Well,
actually taking
because
place?
because because of all the personal the personal experiences, and none of these people none of these people have to hear each other talk. They're just talking about from their own experience, and from their own experience, you see the pattern, the similarities in all of theirs, without them having to communicate with one another, right? So I do feel like there's more to it than we think, right? I do feel like someone's at the end of it. Hopefully
So
it's
let's
not
say
the bad guys.
let's say for the sake of argument, yeah, that humans do have some kind of telepathic element to us where we can connect to each other. Does that necessarily mean that there's something going on beyond that? Like saying that there's like a god running the scheme that's allowing for that?
Um, what do you mean that the God is allowing that he's allowing that
So
happen,
like,
or is that
could it be possible that humans just have a telepathic element to us, right? Like it's just a natural ability that we
a
possess,
natural? Yeah,
and
absolutely. I feel
there
that.
still not be any supernatural element to that thing,
Yep,
like a
yep.
god running the scene.
Yep, I feel like that's us naturally, but then of course over the years people have put their take on it, and then you know what I mean. Then kind of becomes like formal indoctrination, like so the path that we got led down, and a lot of people rewriting the books, right? But I do feel like meditation and breath work, right? And all that, I believe that you could somehow tap into the infinite areas of vast consciousness that there is. It's and that's natural. That's not because God, not because, well, I guess you could say that a God put that into us in our gene, right? So that one day maybe we might use it, And
I mean, it's a lot of assumptions.
no, yeah. I'm just kind of like, because you said a God allowing that to happen. Like, if you think that there's one behind the scenes doing that type of stuff, and
Yeah, because
I believe that He put it
someone
in
could
our
say, like,
code.
in evolutionarily speaking, that might just be where humans are heading anyway, to being able to communicate telepathically. That could
Hmm.
just be what all life forms are heading towards anyway, without there being a guy behind it, a who.
Yeah,
Do you know? I'm
I,
not
I,
saying that is
I
the case, but
No, I kind of firmly believe that we have to save ourselves. You know, I don't think that anyone's gonna come from the sky this time. Like, I don't believe that
I
the
don't think
blue
anyone
hair,
came from the sky the first time.
I don't think a blonde hair, blue eyed man is gonna come down though.
Shit.
Like the same
I
picture
don't
that they've
think a
been feeding
Syrian
us.
like Palestinian man is gonna come down either. Like, it doesn't matter how you paint him. I don't think he's coming, mate. I don't think he even came. To be fair with you, but hey,
It's
shit.
gonna be Jackie Chan that comes down, bro. I'm
And
telling you.
and the meta, he never came either. So there's that. But yeah,
Oh shit, man! No, it was good. It was fun talking to you, man. It was. Thank you for Thank you for accepting the request, man, and thank you for
all
allowing
good,
me
bro.
to just chop it up with you, man, and shoot the shit back to you. And I
Shooting shit
appreciate
back
you
to me.
for
Nah, joking.
shooting shit back and forth to you. You know, back and forth with each other. You know, well, basically just conversing. You know.
Nah, I got you.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's my way of saying conversing. You know, shoot the shit back and forth. Shoot the
I've
shit
heard
back and
shoot the
forth.
shit part, but I've just never heard the extra bit on the end of it. Yeah, I heard the shoot the shit
You're
part.
making me really reanalyze my whole life right now. Where
Nah.
I need a. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking
Spend some
around.
time in the mirror. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I was playing.
Yeah,
But
no, I appreciate you, bro.
I
For
appreciate
real,
you as
man.
well.
I
Nice
appreciate
to
you,
meet you.
and thank you again, bud.
All right, take care.
Thank you, brother.